What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from the Quartering, and we've got kind of a trio of good and slash funny news to report today. I want to start with the open beta, or the beta, for Red Dead Redemption's multiplayer online was announced today. Red Dead Redemption 2's multiplayer component will be called Red Dead Online and launch sometime in November, so super soon. According to an exclusive Q&A with the development team, it will take elements of the original Red Dead Redemption's multiplayer much further and combine that with everything we've learned in the years since with our favorite elements of GTA Online. The initial launch period will be considered a, quote, public beta. According to the post-Rockstar's Newswire, we feel Grand Theft Auto Online really only found its feet creatively with heists, says Josh Needleman, senior producer of Rockstar San Diego office. Says, our aim this time is to get there a bit quicker, but still be responsive to what people enjoy playing and evolve as we go. Anyone who purchases Red Dead Redemption 2 will get access to Red Dead Online. You can read the full release from Rockstar below, full release, and check out our Q&A. The Q&A they had was, okay, so they ask, I'll look at a couple of these. What can players expect from online? Will it have as much of an open world freedom as we do in single player? And they said, yes, of course. Red Dead Online will use the world and gameplay mechanics of Red Dead Redemption 2 as a jumping off point for a new world of cowboys and cowgirls and outlaws that combine multiplayer and cooperative gameplay and narrative components in such a huge open world. Players will be able to explore alone or easily join with friends or other players to compete or work together. Will take full advantage of the entire world, as well as the aspects of the 19th century setting that make Red Dead Redemption 2 unique and fun. I don't know about you, but Red Dead Redemption 2 already seems like it's going to be pretty amazing. The idea that it's going to have a public beta and we could have some of the funness of GTA, with a lot of people getting into role playing in GTA and stuff like that, just a variety of ways to actually enjoy the game. This looks good. My only concern is, what will the online look like in terms of like a cost model? Meaning, okay, so this is a feature that is awesome, but it is also a feature that's going to be expensive to maintain. So how will they monetize the online? What kind of the potential microtransactions, things like that I'm not sure what to expect. They didn't ask any questions. Basically, they were all softballs. They asked, why didn't you release it alongside of Red Dead Redemption 2 single player mode? The first is that even though Red Dead Redemption 2 and Red Dead Online share the same gameplay mechanics and geography, we see them as essentially as separate products that will grow and evolve independently of each other. Okay, so hopefully should be interesting to see. I don't know how close it's going to be to GTA Online. I hope it's definitely not just a reskin, but its own unique kind of experience. As if we needed another reason to buy Red Dead Redemption 2. The other thing I'm actually really excited about is Sony announced a PlayStation 1 Mini or PlayStation Classic. It's going to be $100, which that's probably my biggest complaint about it.
Oh wow, it caught me by surprise. I can't believe it. Oh wow, I can't believe my eyes. I love it. Oh wow, do I see what I see? I can't believe it. Oh wow, it swept me off my feet.
But the lineup of what we know so far will include games like Final Fantasy VII, Tekken 3, Wild Arms. So Sony is following Nintendo's footprints of its own miniaturized throwback console. The PlayStation Classic, a new version of the original PlayStation that you can hold in your hand and easily connect to a modern television. So it's got an HDMI port, stuff like that. It will come packed with a list of beloved hits from the system's original library. There will be 20 games in all, but they only announced 5 of them. Final Fantasy VII, Jumping Flash, Ridge Racer 4, Type 4, Tekken 3, and Wild Arms. All preloaded games will be playable in their original format. the company said. Sony plans to launch it worldwide December 3rd. And will be $99 in the United States. Now, the only thing, there's a couple of critiques I have for this. One, I think the price point is too high. We all know this is basically just a USB ROM. Now, for $100, you could buy an original PlayStation 1 and probably the 1 or 2 games that you're going to want. But what are the other 15 games that you're going to get? Are they going to be... is there going to be something like with the SNES Mini where you had an exclusive that was never released in Star Fox 2? That could really drive up the price. I'm hoping that they actually print enough of these damn things to get a hold of it, because the PlayStation 1 and Final Fantasy 7, that combination was really what made me fall in love with gaming as a teenager. You know, I always had a Nintendo, and I played a lot of Nintendo games, but I never had really been kind of enthralled and immersed in video games and a video game world like I was for Final Fantasy VII. So what do you all think? Do you think this will be more like the disaster for the original NES Mini, where you couldn't get it for less than double or triple the price? Do you think it'll be more like the SNES Mini, where most of us were able to get it and have extra value? And what 15 games would you like to see? What's your wish list? Or at least what's your top 3 games that we don't know about that you'd like to see on the PlayStation 1? And also, we'll finish with a kind of a sad story. We have Fortnite. We get to put Fortnite in the title of the video. That should be good for an extra 3 views. Fortnite player arrested after threatening 11-year-old child. I'm going to find you. A 45-year-old man has been arrested after allegedly threatening an 11-year-old child who beat him at Fortnite. If you're 45 and playing Fortnite, you know, it's like when a lot of people my age will tell me, you know, like, hey, what books do you read? You know, it's like, read another book. Don't, you know, if you're about to tell me, you know, the last book you read was Harry Potter, read another book. If you're 45 years old, there's nothing wrong with playing video games in your 40s, but I mean, Fortnite, you know, I don't know. Michael Aliperti from New York was charged with second-degree aggravated harassment and acting in a manner to injure a child. Wow. Wow. After sending text and voice messages to the boy. That is insane. That is a new level of butthurt. I mean, who even says this kind of stuff? You know, I'm sure that 11-year-olds might be kind of edgy, but he's going to get potential jail time, and he's currently being held on a $2,500 bond. So he's sitting locked up. I've never played Fortnite. I don't really have any interest in playing it, but it's really interesting to see a grown man, somebody get that butthurt. I can't think of a time, maybe when I was playing Madden online and I knew my opponent was exposing a glitch in the game, I probably got mad. But I don't think I would ever threaten as somebody like that, especially nowadays where, you know, we now know that anonymity is gone and they're going to find you. This kid's dad probably or mom saw it and reported it to PlayStation or called the police, and the police actually did their job and they found out who this guy was. And look, it's not even, the hilarity is that he's 45 and this kid's 11, but really, honestly, you shouldn't be talking like that anyway in any video game, depending on who. It doesn't matter who your opponent is, and this should be a great example of just chill out, find a different game. You know, maybe being 45 years old, Fortnite's just not your forte. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you did, please remember to like it and leave a comment down below. It really helps the channel a ton, and I look forward to talking to you again real soon.